Look at that. It's already doing it.
It's that quick. You click a button and then things happen. That's technology.
Like when I do it live, it does take a little bit longer.
Not here.
So thanks for joining me on my show today, Donnell.
Thanks for having me.
For those who may not know Donnell, he is an officer in the Air Force. You are an actor, a comedian, an improviser, an American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
You're a dad. Like, you do lots of things.
That's what I'm known for. I get questions all the time, like, how do you have time to do all these things? I don't. I just do them anyway.
Awesome. Well, so today is My Mother Thinks I'm Funny, and first question for you, Donnell, is what's not wrong with your life?
Well, there's many things not wrong with my life. I got up and worked out this morning.
Good for you.
I actually get up and do that. It's been a lot more recent lately, but I got my physical therapy appointment this morning, and for my shoulder, my shoulder's been messed up for a while, and they told me it's progressing well, and I should be able to get back to maybe doing a couple pull-ups sometime soon.
That's awesome. Good for you. Well, with that, I'm gonna play the theme song.
Okay. Well, usually when I'm watching TV and a theme song comes on, that's my time to go real quick and pee. So
you can if you'd like. I mean, it's only 38 seconds, but
just in case if you see my face change, it's because I've been conditioned to start peeing when I hear a theme song. So don't be alarmed.
Welcome to Krista's new talk show. It's really something, don't you know? There's a friend and maybe there's a cat. Maybe they'll take some time to chat. Mother thinks she's funny. Mother thinks she's funny. Mother thinks she's funny. And maybe you will too.
Are you ready for this?
So
boom.
When does a show stop being a new show and just being a show? You're gonna have to change that.
You're right, but like, I didn't make the theme song, so that's gonna be like hard. Like I'd have to ask Pat to like re-record it.
You're gonna have to like bleep out that part.
Yeah.
Welcome to Krista's show. It's just gonna bleep out the new.
Or we could just say old, like or like medium age show.
Just cut in right after that and say, well, it's actually not new anymore. It's been going on for a little while. I wouldn't call it old.
Subtitles. I can just add subtitles.
There you go.
Yes, that's the right answer. Like a little clarification asterisk. Yeah.
And that's what I'm here for. I'm just here to give you these ideas to boost up the show, get it going where it needs to go.
I appreciate you. And this is episode 24. There is still room for refinement.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely new.
Yes, definitely past new. So, okay, I'm asking people about their moments, right? Which are mundane realizations. I told you about this. I try and let people know ahead of time a little bit at least. So do you feel like you've had a moment lately?
Yeah, I was upset when you told me about it, because I don't like thinking about things beforehand. And I'm like, I wonder what clever and interesting thing can I say? And I hate doing that. So
you don't need to. Just say a thing.
Completely out of my mind. But,
Good.
Earlier I learned something, and it made me realize like how long we can go through life without knowing something is true, or knowing something is true but it's not. It's the wrong thing. Did you know that a small pot is actually called a saucepan? It upset me this morning when Dane was like, hey, can you grab the saucepan for me? And so I grabbed what I call a pan. She said, no, that's the frying pan. It's like, well, what do you want then? She said, that. I said, that's a pot. I said, no, this big one is a pot. That small one is a saucepan. I hopped on the Googles, looked it up on the internet, and hot damn, yeah, they're not pots, they're saucepans.
I think there is a difference though. Like, I think you can have a small pot that is not a saucepan, because there's also a saucier.
Does it have to do with a handle?
I think it has to do with the slope of the sides.
Okay.
And how sloped the sides are, because a saucepan has more of a slope so that there's less of a crease so that your sauce doesn't get stuck in the grease and burn, or in the crease and burn, right? Like if you've got like the little, the fold, it's a pot. Whereas if it's like a gentle, so a saucier is like really curved and they have no, they don't have like the inside, I don't know, like crease.
I'm still going to be upset about it because
you should be.
That's a pot. If it's round and long, it's a pot. That's all I've been calling it my whole life. And to know that I've been an idiot all these years, 34 years, you've been calling this thing the wrong name.
Well, there's such arbitrary rules. Why do you need to know a saucepan versus a saucier versus a pot? Like, just use the thing that doesn't burn your shit.
Exactly. Put stuff in it that heats it up, and then you put it in your mouth. Whatever.
Do you cook a lot, Donnell?
I do. I mean, not anything major. I'm not a chef over here, but take turns making food to eat it.
What's your like signature dish?
Breakfast omelets.
Omelets.
Yeah, kill an
omelet topping. Like, what do you put in your omelets?
I will put, red onion, cheese, meats, but fake meats. I've gone pretty much vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I use all the fake meats. Most of them. Once you try all of them, you find the one that tastes just as good. I mean, what's the point of really going back? So, fake sausages, fake bacon. Found some that taste good. I put them in the omelets.
Nice. Good for you. I made an omelet with like bologna the other day that turned out pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Like I thought that's what you meant when you said fake meat, but no. I skipped the segment. Is there a cat near you? If so, please introduce me to your cat.
There's no cat.
I was reminded by my own cat who brought his mouse to play with and is now upset that I'm ignoring him.
Around in the background. No, I'm allergic to cats.
Are you really? Do you like cats? Like, would you have one if you weren't allergic?
I've never been a big fan.
Dogs? Are you a dog person?
I like dogs, but I don't have any dogs. I told my daughter wants one. I told her it'd be a while because right now it'll just be something I need to take care of.
Yeah.
You can take care of that dog. Yeah.
Big dog, little dog?
I like little to medium-sized dogs, but they have to be smart dogs.
Like Jack Russell Terrier?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, dog that I can say, hey, come here, sit down, watch TV with me for a while, and they'll do that.
Right. Like, I enjoy a good lap animal. I think that's part of the reason why I'm so, like, partial to cats.
Cats will do their own thing, though.
Maybe your cats will. My cat is demanding that I play fetch.
This is a codependent cat.
It's all in how you train them. So we have a picture of your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's share this picture of your mom. Look at that. There she is.
Oh, that lady. That's from last summer. Last time I went out she's in Kansas.
Is she really?
Yeah, me and kids went out to Kansas to visit.
Are you from Kansas originally?
Not really. I mean, I was born in California, in Sacramento, but moved around first grade, moved around a lot, North Carolina, Florida, DC. But yeah, my formative years, I guess.
Was your family military as well when you were growing up? Is that why you moved so much?
No, not military at all. I was the first one to join military. It was just a lot of situations that caused us to move around a lot.
Yeah.
From breakups to violence to break-ins to, get out of here and move again. Homeless for a little while.
Wow. And now do you feel like you're settled now?
Oh, yeah. I've been doing my own thing for years now. In the Air Force for 13 years.
Right, but you still had to like move around for the Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten normal now. I don't think I've ever lived in the same place for more than 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So I'm used to that.
If you could pick one place to live, where do you know like where it would be?
I get asked that a lot, but I don't know. Maybe Hawaii. I mean, I love Hawaii. I love Hawaii, but yeah, I get in the same place for a while, and I'm like, all right, 3-4 years, it's time to move it.
I feel that. I definitely feel that urge as well. I've done that a little bit myself. Not quite so extreme, but a little bit. Okay, so this is your mom. So do you have like an example of a joke that your mom might tell?
When I was
or is your mom funny? Like,
yeah, I mean, she would say she is. When I was a kid, she taught me and my sister this song, and she Loved it. It was about McDonald's. Some weird, like you ever read like Wayside Stories or stories
Yes.
from Wayside Stories
Yes.
or stuff like that. Like her humor, she loved those books. And her humor was kind of like that. I don't know where she got this song from, but she taught me and my sister it. I even taught my daughter not too long ago. They loved it, and I will sing it for you.
Okay, good. I'm gonna end the picture of your mom so we can see you like, bigger. Okay, tell me the song.
But it was McDonald's is my kind of place. They feed you rattlesnakes, hamburgers up your nose, French fries between your toes. The last time I went there, they stole my underwear. McDonald's is my kind of place. That was her humor.
That's adorable. I especially like the jazz hands at the end.
When you're a 5, 6, 7-year-old kid, it's like, did you just come up with that? But underwear, hamburgers in your nose, that's not where they go.
That's crazy. I love that. Yeah, that's very cute. We weren't really a song making up family myself, although my grandmother and I did make up a song about Jake the Snake during a power outage that lasted like 4 or 5 days. It's written down and typed up somewhere, but I have no idea where.
Jake the Snake, the professional wrestler, Jake the Snake?
No, I don't think either one of us had ever heard of them. I mean, I was 5 and, you know, she is not from this country.
I'm a professional wrestling fan.
Are you really?
Jake the Snake Roberts? Yeah.
When was Jake the Snake? Is Jake the Snake Roberts still on? Like,
He's an old, I wrestled in the 80s, came to the ring with a bag with a boa constrictor in it. After he won his matches, he would take the boa out and put it on his victims. It was crazy times.
Like a live boa constrictor?
Snake.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that has your love of professional wrestling, has that spurred you into doing American Ninja Warrior?
It helps me when I need that motivation. So like the reason I'm into wrestling, I'm impressed with their level of commitment. You know, they're usually on the road 300 days out of the year, working 4 or 5 days a night, jumping and falling, landing and hurting.
And it is like a comedy, acting show as well.
Yeah, at times, yeah. But like the level of athleticism and stamina you have to have. And watch these interviews, he's like, yeah, in the middle of a match, I pulled both my quads and tore my shoulder off the bone and had to finish the match. I'm like, well, shit, if they can do that, I can knock out a couple more reps on the bench. Like, geez.
That's awesome. So does your mom think you're funny?
I believe she does. Everyone, she said when we were in Sacramento, she would get to come to some of the improv shows and watching her once in a while. She liked those. She thought those were hilarious. And she got to see.
I feel like I may have met her once.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. And then she's seen videos of me doing stand-up, but she'd never seen it live. The first time she saw me doing stand-up, she was like, I knew you cursed. I knew you were dirty. Because I never really do around my family, But yeah, my stand-up is not family friendly.
Well, sure. I mean, you're also like an adult now. Like, I think you're allowed to curse.
I'm a big boy, and I don't believe in bad words.
Wait, you don't, or your mom doesn't?
I do. Never understood how a word can be just considered by itself a bad word. I believe it all probably goes back to religion.
Yeah, probably.
Words, we made them up.
And it's interesting, right? Because we have obviously said like, okay, these words are bad, but I remember reading an article or a study or something about how people who swear more, like other people actually find them more trustworthy, which is like, you wouldn't actually think that necessarily, but no, people find them more trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into a room. I don't know if you watch *Handmaid's Tale*. But,
no, I didn't enjoy the book.
I read the book, and so in the book, they talk about how like they didn't know if they could trust another one of the handmaids unless they were breaking the rules. Like you're only allowed to say these certain things under his eye. May the Lord open. But if they walked up to you and said, "Hey, hello," and they responded with "hello," like, okay, you're one of the good ones. I can trust you. That's how people are all the time. Like if you are an imperfect person willing to break the rules, I know I can let my guard down around you. You're not going to snitch, being an asshole about it.
I feel like that's kind of what bits do in improv as well, right? Like they establish you are part of my group. You know, you are someone who like will go along with this and I can trust you.
Exactly. If I do something that's a little outside of the norm for the improv rules, if I break the fourth wall and say something to the audience and you stop and go, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, oh, damn, I don't want to perform with you anymore.
I actually like, I don't do it, but oh my God, it's amazing when the fourth wall is broken. It's just delightful, especially when it's someone else doing it. And like, it's like a legit stage production or something. And yes.
There's different types of comedians. You're a comedian that's trying to be funny to yourself, funny to your other comedians, or funny for the audience. And with improv especially, like the reason it's good is because the audience gets to be involved. You don't realize the more that you stop involving the audience, the more they start to kind of drift off and hop on the phone and stop caring. But every time you bring them back in, especially with a nice, well-timed fourth wall break, hey guys, talking to you. Like, oh shit, this is real. I love it again.
Yeah, it is like a special thing to be able. I mean, I think though that's part of live theater in general, and what makes it great is that it is a conversation with the audience, even if the audience is silent. They are very much a part of it. Just the like mystical, magical energy that you get. Did you ever do any like non-improv or comedy? Did you do any like regular like theater?
No, I never did any theater. I did stand up when I was in Korea for a year. I did stand up for a year out there. And I was going to realize how different it is.
I was going to say, is there a big market for Korean American stand-up?
It was mostly teachers and military that would come to the shows. They understand English. They're looking for something out there. I'll tell you a story. A mutual friend of ours, like the first time I ever did stand-up was in Sacramento. And the host was, I can't remember her name. She was a good friend of Richard, like her best friend at the time. So I did stand up there. It was my first time. I didn't plan anything. We were just there with a bunch of friends from the military, and they're like, hop on stage. So I got up there. I did some stuff. People laughed. Of course, it wasn't great. It was my first time. But I got up, and people enjoyed it. I went to a party about a week later with Hope at someone's house, and that friend was there. And she said, I overheard her telling Hope, she was like, oh, yeah, that guy got up to do comedy, and he was fucking terrible. He was the worst. He didn't know what he was doing. He should never do comedy again. I said, all right. I can't think of her name right now, but I said, man, when I start doing something, it's going to be directly because of you. Like, not even saying this guy who jumped up off stage randomly and did it for the first time. And, got a few laughs. It wasn't too bad, but just shitting on him like that. I was like, all right. When I went to Korea, there wasn't any brick and mortar actual comedy clubs. There were just bars that would do open mics. So I helped open the very first brick and mortar comedy club out there. I was the second person to ever headline there. And by the time I left, I was doing 45-minute, hour-long shows. It was great. It was killing it.
So are you famous in Korea?
I won the funniest in South Korea. Well, I took third place in the funniest in South Korea contest, where they had people from China come down, from Indonesia and all these places. And, there was a good competition there. I came back to the States. I came to San Antonio. I was like, let me keep this stand-up thing going. Went to an open mic and had to wait like 4 hours, 5 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I don't like this. After doing hour-long shows, I didn't want to come back and start all over. So every once in a while, I'll do the funniest in South Texas competition. I did that a couple of years. That went all right. Made it to some finals. I like improv a lot more, so I kind of stuck with that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I'm a big fan of improv over stand-up myself. Yeah. So what are you working on now that you want to talk about, or not necessarily working on, but like, what do you want to share that what are you plugging?
Oh man, right now I'm not even plugging anything that I'm doing, but Dane, the girlfriend, just got her bathery, Berkshire Bathery, what she makes bath bombs and soaps and lip balms, lotion bars and perfumes and all kind of stuff that she's been selling, and people love them. So
that's awesome.
Pushing that. I've been using them every day, man. I smell amazing right now. I smell through the screen. Me, I've been focusing more on acting. I haven't done much improv, especially not now. But even before, like I've been teaching, but I haven't been performing unless I'm getting paid. Kind of moved towards I don't really do stuff unless I'm getting paid anymore. But
I get that.
I've been kind of focusing more on acting. I have a call back right after this for a movie. I'm filming a commercial this Sunday for some paper supply company. So whatever keeps the money coming in.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
So I'm asking people about how they've like engaged their impulses, right? We have time now. I mean, I don't know how it is because you're in the Air Force, but like we have time and we're stuck at home. So there's no reason not to do things, you know, don't second guess yourself anymore. Just do the damn thing. So how have you engaged your impulses lately?
Doing those things that, you know, normally you wouldn't have time to do, you know. I used to go to work all day long, come home, do housework, feed the kids, and then at the end of the night, finally get to lay down and watch some TV or something before going to bed. But now it's like, I got all these video games that I started and never finished. It's like, I'll get back to it someday. All these TV shows that I want. I've been rewatching American Dad and Cleveland Show. Shows I think are funnier than Family Guy, but I never got the chance to watch them. Replaying video games. It's like, why? I got the time. Like, I'm working from home. And while I'm sitting there answering emails or sitting in a meeting from work, I'm actually on the TV like, huh? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great to have this time. Like, I know a lot of people hate this being stuck at home. I am making the most of it.
Yeah, I'd say that there's definitely some downsides, but there's definitely some upsides. For sure. You do not get to eat my French fries.
Yeah.
Fine.
Cats can't eat French fries.
No, she definitely would.
I don't sit down and talk to cats that often to know what they do on a day-to-day.
She'll eat a fair amount of things, like goldfish crackers, pretzels, that kind of thing. You know, if it's salty, she'll eat it pretty much. Well, it has been awesome to talk with you, Donnell. Thank you for being on my show. I'm gonna play the little outro. Boop, 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 boop. I know, right? It's a real professional production.
Nice.
What? That's life, man. You know, like, not everything's gonna go the right way the first time. But thanks for being here.